Once you've been scheduled for tutoring, your program coordinator will reach out to you and let you know that it's time to register your account. To do so, you'll go to rpconnects.org and click the Register button. First, you'll input the email address that you have been using to communicate with reading partners. Next, you will select a username of your choice. Then you will select the time zone that you are located in and a user type, which will be tutor. Finally, you'll select a password of your choosing. Your password must have a minimum of 8 characters, contain both uppercase and lowercase characters, and have numbers and special characters. Once you've entered your password, click Register. After you've registered your account, the system will automatically send a one-time password to your email account. So I'll click over to my email, open up the email, and take that 6-digit code and bring it back to Reading Partners Connects to verify my account. And that's it, you've successfully registered your Reading Partners account. Once you've registered your account, logging in is easy. Enter your username that you just selected, and press Continue, and then enter your password, and press Login. Your tutor dashboard is the first thing you will see when you log into Reading Partners Connects. On the home page, you'll see a list of your upcoming scheduled sessions. For each session, you'll see the student's name, you'll see the date of the session, you'll see the tutor start time, which is the time that you as the tutor will be able to log on and join the session. You'll see the student start time, which is when the student will join, and you'll see the end time of the session. As you scroll to the right in the scheduled sessions section, you'll also see an eye-shaped icon where you can preview the lesson, a view button where you can view the details about the lesson, and finally a join button that you can click to join the session once the session time has started. We will cover these options in more detail when we talk about previewing and preparing your lesson. I also wanted to call out that if you click the student's name, Reading Partners Connects will pull up the student details, which will show helpful information about your student, and there'll also be a history tab, which you can click and see the student's recent history on their sessions. You can also see session notes from past sessions that student has had. On the Reading Partners Connects tutor dashboard, you'll also have access by expanding the sidebar to our lesson library and book library. To view the lesson library, click the Lessons button. You'll be able to see examples of all of the Reading Partners curriculum that's available. So if your student is in Beginning Readers, you'll select Beginning Readers, and you'll be able to see examples of all of the Beginning Readers lessons. You can also view our book library by clicking the book icon, and this will show you a list of all of the currently available books for the tutor read aloud that happens at the beginning of each lesson. To go back to your tutor dashboard, select the home icon. Finally, you can click in the upper right-hand corner to see your account information. For example, if you would like to change your preferred name or contact information, and this is also where you'll go to log out. Up to 24 hours before your session, log into Reading Partners Connects. Scroll to the right in the Scheduled Sessions section of your tutor dashboard, and we'll be looking at 2 buttons, the View button and the eye-shaped Preview icon. First, click the View button. The View button is going to show you the relevant details about your upcoming session. And most notably here, you're going to want to pay attention to the upcoming lesson, section, and step you'll be working on. So in this example, I'll be working on BR5 or Beginning Readers 5. And the section that I'll be starting on is BR5 sight words, and the specific step is going to be step 2. This is important to note because although you will often be starting at the beginning of a lesson, you may be picking up, as in this case, in the middle of a lesson if your student left off mid-lesson at the end of their most recent session. Once you've reviewed the View button, it's time to preview your lesson using the eye icon. This pops up a preview that will look exactly like it will when you're in the actual session. The first slide is the tutor read aloud, and then as you scroll to the right, you'll be able to see all of the different sections of the lesson. So I will click to the BR5 sight words section, and then scroll down. It's automatically on step 1. I will use the orange navigation arrows to go to step 2. And what I'm going to do is review my lesson from here until the end, because I know that I'm starting on sight word step 2. As a reminder, this tutor guidance at the bottom of the slide updates automatically with each slide. The blue text is what you'll say out loud to the student, and the black text is the guidance for you as the tutor. To review the rest of the lesson, use the orange navigation arrows in the lower right-hand corner to click from slide to slide, and you'll see that the tutor guidance updates automatically. Since in this example I was picking up mid-lesson, I may also want to consult the lesson library and go to the lesson section to also take a look at the beginning of Beginning Readers 6, as I may be finishing Beginning Readers 5 in my upcoming session and be starting Beginning Readers 6. Once your tutor start time has passed, scroll to the right on your tutor dashboard and click the blue Join button. This will automatically launch your session in a separate tab. I first want to call your attention to the buttons in the lower right-hand corner. You have the microphone icon to turn your mic on and off, the camera icon to turn your camera on and off, and the volume icon to adjust your audio. When the student joins the session, you'll see their video next to your video in this panel on the right-hand side of your screen. Every lesson starts with a tutor read aloud. To select a tutor read aloud, you'll select your student's curriculum level, and you can also filter by topic if there's a particular topic your student is interested in. In addition, you can use the search bar to search for a specific book title. This will come in handy when you will be finishing a book that your student may have started in a previous session. Once you have selected a book with your student's input, go ahead and click on it and that will open up the book. To turn the page, use the orange navigation arrows below the book to turn the page forward and turn the page backward. You can use the plus and minus icons in the lower left-hand corner of the book to zoom in and out. Click the plus icon to zoom in to the desired level, and then you can click and drag on the book to see the portion of the book that you want to look at. To readjust the zoom back to its original setting, click the refresh button. And to return to the Tutor Read Aloud library, click the back arrow in the upper left-hand corner. After 5 to 10 minutes have passed, it's time to move on from the Tutor Read Aloud and get started with the lesson. You'll use the navigation arrows in the upper right-hand corner to navigate to the section and step that you'll be starting on. Most of the time, you'll be starting at the beginning of the lesson at the agenda, but sometimes you may be picking up mid-lesson where a student left off during their previous session. And so again, you can use these navigation arrows to go to the desired section. Once you've gotten to your starting place, simply use the orange arrows at the bottom of the screen to navigate from slide to slide, and you'll see that the tutor guidance in the upper right-hand corner updates automatically. Remember, when looking at the tutor guidance, the blue text is what you say out loud, and the black text is the instructions for you as the tutor. Another feature available to you is the interactive toolbar located above the slide. You can use the color picker icon to select a color for your annotations. You can use the pen icon to draw directly on the slide. You can use the star-shaped icon to place a star on the slide, which then you can click and drag to where you want it to go. And you can also use the circle icon to place a circle on the slide and again drag it where you want it to go. To remove all of your annotations, use the X trash can icon. This interactive toolbar is also available for your student to use. To give your student access, click the Student Access toggle. If annotations are proving to be too distracting and you want to remove student access, you can click the toggle at any time. Finally, if you ever need any help during your session, you can press the Help button in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, and this will call your program coordinator so that they can come support you. Once you've finished your lesson, press the End Session button in the upper left-hand corner. You'll either press Complete Session if you completed the session with your student, or Leave Session in the scenario that your session has been canceled. When you click the Complete Session button at the end of your session, Reading Partners Connects will automatically take you to the Session Notes page. If you're coming back later to complete session notes that you didn't finish right after your session, you can do so from your tutor dashboard. Look for the Session Notes icon with the red X on your tutor dashboard, indicating session notes that have not yet been completed. If you're not seeing it immediately on your tutor dashboard, you can use the Select Dates button to select the date range of the session that you know that you need to take the notes for. I'll click this icon to open up the Session Notes page. You will first indicate your session duration and input your Tutor Read Aloud title. If you did not finish your Tutor Read Aloud during your session with the student, you can indicate that here by selecting No and putting in the page number where you left off so that the student can continue reading the same book in their next session. You'll do the same thing with the student read aloud that happens at the end of the lesson. Indicate whether or not you finished the book, and if you did not finish the book, enter the page number that you left off on. Next, you'll select the student's understanding of the word analysis skill from the lesson, same thing for the comprehension skill, and same thing for indicating the student's performance during the student read aloud. You'll also be asked to rate your student's focus and engagement during today's session. Then, select the Next button to go to the next session. You'll want to indicate the curriculum level that the student will start on their next session. So if I just finished Beginning Readers 5 today, I'd select Beginning Readers 6 for next time. And then you'll want to also include where the student should start in their next session. So if they're starting at the beginning, you'd select Agenda. But if you left off midway, you'll want to indicate that here by selecting the section and the step. Finally, include a few words about what went well in the session and any challenges and recommendations you might have for the next session. When you're done, press the Finish Notes button in the lower right-hand corner to submit your notes.